Hey guys, Ben from BensGameTime. Welcome back to more Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist. Last time we dueled as Crow against Greiger, who had joined the Dark Signers, and won. It was a pretty one-sided duel on our part because we had some really good monsters out in the field, and we won. This time we're going to be dueling as Yusei for the first time in a while, and we're going to be doing a score to settle. So let's get started. So, Yusei once again confronted his old childhood friend, or old friend Callan, to settle the score. So yeah, we're dueling against Callan, which we met way earlier. So good to see you, old friend. I see that you got your dual runner up and running again. I was afraid that you weren't going to give me the opportunity to settle the score after you sold me out. You got it all wrong. I'm no traitor. I have no time for your lies. But I do have time to send you straight to the netherworld. So yeah, that's kind of like what's been going on with these duels that they didn't really explain, is that when you lose, you go to the netherworld, which is basically the shadow realm, I guess. I don't know, I guess because it's a different type of like dark magic or whatever, and then it gets to different dimension or something like that. I don't know, but yeah, it's the netherworld, not the shadow realm. So I know the real you is still inside you, Callan. It's time I get him back. So yeah, we're gonna be dueling as Callan. And so yeah, I couldn't even tell you which of these duels are actually like on foot and which ones are. The Leo one was definitely on foot. I'm not sure about Crow's duel, and I think this one was a dual runner. So yeah, that's the thing. It's like the dual runner concept was kind of gimmicky. You know, it was just a gimmick to tie in everything, I guess. It didn't really even matter. The only time it mattered was they had like speed counters, like I said. So yeah, they had speed counters which would do things like draw an extra card or something. I don't know. But yeah, never really became anything. And it seems like we got a completely new deck going. So we'll figure out what these are about. So let's see here. We got, well, in the Synchro deck we have Stardust Dragon, nice. We have Majestic Star Dragon, which is Majestic Dragon plus Stardust Dragon plus one non-tuner monster. Alright. So during either player's turn, when your opponent activates a card or effect, you contribute this card, negate the activation. If you do, destroy all cards your opponent controls. Nice. Once per turn, you can target one face-up monster your opponent controls, negate its effects until the end of the turn. And if you can activate one of its effects, as this card's effect once this turn. During the end phase, target one Stardust Dragon in your graveyard. Return this card from the field to the extra deck, then special summon that target. Ooh, we got Junk Warrior as usual. All right. We got Trident Warrior. When this card is normal summon, you can special summon one level 3 monster from your hand, which would be Data Flyer. Once per turn, you can select one other face-up monster you control and increase its level by 1. And then that can immediately get me Stardust Dragon right there. Sweet. So, Max Warrior. If this card attacks an opponent's monster, it gains 400 attack during the damage step only, so it would be 2,200. Nice. If this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, until your next standby phase, this level becomes 2, and its original attack and defense are halved. Ooh. Huh. Interesting. We got Stardust Zeolong. So when you Synchro Summon Stardust Dragon, you can special summon this card from your graveyard and face-up attack position. Once per turn, if this card would be destroyed by battle, it is not destroyed. And we got Kikabayo. So this cannot be special summoned. During the end phase of the turn, this card is normal summoned or flip face up. Return it to the hand. When this card is normal summoned or flip face up, you can target one level 1 monster in your graveyard, special summon that target, but banish it at the end. Alright. So interesting cards. Let's summon this. And then I can special summon my Delta Flyer. And once per turn, you can select one other face-up monster you control and increase its level by 1. And now I can Synchro Summon my Stardust Dragon. So we already have Stardust Dragon. It's only the first turn. And we were able to get our power. This is a really good deck right now. I'm loving it. Where will things go wrong, though? That's the thing. He has 2 face downs. He has a face down monster. He's got, like, I don't know what his deck's all about. Let's just go for it, though. Infinity Avenger. Alright. So let's see, we got the animation going, really nice animation. It's destroyed. What's its effect though? So, When a monster you control, except Infinity Avenger, is destroyed by battle with an opponent's monster and sent to the graveyard while you have no other cards in your hand, you can special summon this card from your graveyard. In that case, the level of this card is equal to the level of your destroyed monster. Oh, so that's like... I think it's a tuner as well. So, yeah, it's a tuner, so that's how he's going to get his synchro summon monsters out on the field, probably. I doubt he's going to have nothing. Oh, send 2 cards. Oh, boy, oh boy, oh boy. This is not looking good. This is really not looking good. Okay, so let's see here. What can we do? Well, what happened? All Fiend-type monsters you control gain 500 attack. You can target one on-stream monster you control, banish one other Fiend-type monster you control, and if you do, special summon from your hand, deck, or graveyard one Archfiend monster with the same level as the targeted monster. You can only use this effect of once per turn. Okay, so it's soul tokens, and then limited impulse. Send 2 cards from your hand to the graveyard. Special summon to those. Cannot be tributed except for a tribute summon, so they can't be synchroed. And then again, he also has that other card that's going to gain a level, although it's only level 1, so that's not bad. So what do we want to summon? We want to summon... if you control a face-up tuner monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. In face-up defense position, all warrior top monsters you control gain 300 attack. Alright. And this is a tuner right here. I need a Majestic Dragon, though. Max Warrior. Okay, if this card attacks, gains 400. If this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, until your next standby, this card's level becomes... Yeah, let's go for it. So, Stardust actually no, this thing, attack this. And then Stardust Dragon attack this. So there we go, both the tokens are gone. He's only going to have 1 card in his hand, so I think we're going to be okay for the most part. Let's see. This is a really interesting deck he's got going on. I would love a Scrap Iron Scarecrow, though. That would be nice. Playing a card face down, and he's got nothing. Okay, he's wide open for attack. Alright, what do we draw now? Cannot be used as a single material except for the synchro summon of a Majestic Dragon. A Majestic monster. Majestic Dragon. Oh, nice. So, Majestic Dragon's effect. Okay. Majestic Star Dragon. Let's read this effect again. Okay, when your opponent activates a card or effect, you contribute this card and negate the activation. If you do, destroy all cards your opponent controls. Alright, once per turn, you can target one face-up monster your opponent controls, negate its effects, and if you do, you can activate one of its effects. During the end phase, target one Stardust Dragon. Return this card from the field to the extra deck and then special summon that target. Okay. Well, let's go for it. Actually, don't want to go for it. Because, right, if I look at, because this, right, the whole, like, during the end phase, target one Stardust Dragon in your graveyard, return this card from the field to the extra deck, then special summon that target. So I give my Stardust Dragon back. Let's see, it's 1800 more, no, it's 3800, so that's 1300 more attack, whereas this is, okay, you know what, I'm going to summon this. I'll get Majestic Star Dragon next turn, I think, instead. So, attack directly, and attack directly, because, yeah, because the extra 1300, so yeah, I'll summon the Majestic Star Dragon next turn instead. He's ending his turn, so there we go, we've won. So yeah, let's actually do it. I mean, why not? Hold on. Oh, one Majestic Dragon, one Stardust Dragon, and one non-tuner monster. Okay. So that's the thing, I'm missing the non-tuner monster, so I can't even summon. Oh wait, if you control a face-up tuner monster, you can special summon this card from your hand in face-up defense position. Sweet, let's just do it. Haha. So there we go, Majestic Star Dragon. And I get Stardust Dragon back anyway, so... I mean, why not, you know? Just do it for fun. He's got no cards to defeat this, so... Go Majestic Star Dragon, attack directly, and there's the duel. So there we go. That was a pretty easy duel, actually. Just because we got like Star Dragon really early on. So yeah, it was in the cards for us. So, you say, I spent years hating you and planning my revenge. I let my anger devour me, and I willingly gave myself to the darkness. But in beating me, you did what you set out to do. You saved me. Callan. Don't back down, you say. No matter what happens, push the shadows back to where they belong. So there we go. We have defeated Callan, and now he's kind of like free, although his whole body and stuff is going to the netherworld. So there's that. But yeah, there we go. We have won again. And so next time we're going to be doing Destiny's Will, dueling as you say against someone new, it seems. So yeah, I will see you guys then.